So recently I had a realization thinking back to kind of when I got started with all this and how much time I spent on trivial things that I didn't even need to do and just how much time I was wasting just doing trivial shit that didn't matter. When you're trying to improve and you're trying to level up your life in different areas, you got all these problems. You don't really have the answers. You don't have the solutions that you're looking for. And so what a lot of us do is we go online, we go on forums, we talk to people, and we're trying to figure out what the answers to these issues are and how we can overcome them, which is great. It's really useful and it's very helpful. It's all external, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there is a problem with that a lot of people don't bring up and they don't talk about. So to give you an example, last year, it was probably around fall and I had been making a lot of progress on things. I was seeing major improvement in, certain areas, but not I wasn't really moving forward in a way that I thought was like good timing. It felt like I was kind of just everywhere, all over the place and just directionless in the sense of the things that I was doing every day were not bringing me closer to where I wanted to get to. And this is the issue that a lot of people don't talk about when you're going and looking for answers online is they don't talk about how there's so many people giving so many different prescriptions for things that you can end up literally wasting your whole day and spending your whole day doing meaningless stuff. So you notice like after you're done watching like a video about a certain topic and it's kind of based maybe around like something to do with self-improvement and like leveling up, you might try to implement what they had in the video, which is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It's external information and you're trying to kind of put it into your daily routine and see if it would work for you. But the problem is when you start adopting all of these different habits and all these tasks, and then you've got like 10 or 20 different things you're trying to do in the day, and you're spending all your energy on so many different directions that there's no way that you're going to make any progress or not any progress, but you're not going to make any significant progress on anything. Like on any one thing, you're not going to make any particular progress. So if you've got like 5 different things that you're doing, right? And you're doing like going a little bit in this way, a little bit that way, a little bit that way, and like a little bit down, those are all different directions that you're heading, right? And so instead of heading in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different directions, what if you just headed in like 1 or 2, maybe like 3 at the most? So this is like a big problem that people face is a lack of focus and constantly doing so many things and having so many tasks on their to-do list. Like for example, I made another video about like how to create a system where you can stay more disciplined. You've got like your habits and there's like this thing called like a habit tracker you can make where essentially it's kind of like a checklist. It's like a to-do list, but for your habits instead that you want to do every day. And the problem with that is when people start stacking 10 plus things on that list, your brain is literally not going to be able to do all that in one day. There's not going to be enough time. And and even if you do get it all done, it's like a little bit here, a little bit there, and nothing's ever really pushing forward to the point where you're making major progress on it. It's just kind of you're making like literally just like an inch of progress on each thing. And that's even if you get it done. If you're anything like me, you're going to have that freaking list, right? And you're going to look at it and you're going to go, let me skip that hard thing. Like let me save that hard thing for last, right? Let me save that hard thing for last. Let me get done the easy thing. Let me get that out of the way because I can do that really quick, right? You come up with these fucking excuses for procrastination in your head because your brain doesn't want to tackle that hard thing. It wants that quick dopamine hit of seeing you check off that list and get another thing done on the list because it feels good to have that whole checklist done, which is kind of the whole reason that I use it in the first place and that I kind of recommend having a list where you can track your habits, at least in the beginning. And so when that happens, when you do that easy thing first, that takes up a bit of your energy, right? That takes some of your energy. And then you say, oh, let me hop to the next easy thing. That I can do that real quick. And then that takes another little bit of your energy. By the end of the fucking day, okay, when you look at your list, you've completed everything except the major things that you needed to do that day. You did all your little chores. You did all your other little routines. You took your cold shower, you went on a walk, you I don't know, did your affirmations, whatever the heck you have on there, but you didn't actually get any work done. You didn't actually focus on the thing that was really going to move the needle. You did all these other little things, but you didn't focus on the main thing. So that's why I think it's really important just to kind of narrow your focus down onto the things that actually matter. And the thing is there's so many gurus online. There's so many experts, right? Quote unquote experts who are sharing what they think that you should do. But you have to think for yourself, and you have to think, from the lens of, can I apply what they're talking about to my situation? Because it might work for them and it may really be useful for them, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be useful for you. Just because, they're in the same space as you, whether it's like self-improvement, like your mentors or whatever who you look up to, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. You need to take what they are showing you and test it, right? Like, you need to run tests on yourself and put it into your life and see if that would even help. Now, the other key thing here that I always talk about is having a point of reference and sort of being a visionary for your own life. So you need to have a vision that you're working towards, right? You need to have a place that you're going to, a North Star. And so that really helps with deciding what habits that you need to incorporate in order to get there. Because if someone's telling you to do 3 habits and like 5 different tasks in a day, and it's not going to help you get towards that vision, just throw it all out. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, there's probably a benefit to it. There's a benefit to taking like cold showers every day, or at least there could be. There's always a benefit to, some little health hack or productivity hack that someone is showing you. But the question is that is going to take some of your energy up. So do you want to use some of your willpower and energy on that activity? Is the return high enough that it makes it worth you expending some of the precious energy and willpower that you have on that task? Because a lot of people don't even think about this, bro. Like, they don't even think about what they're like. So they may get to the point of getting on self-improvement in the sense of, I want to make my life better. But then they just start adopting a bunch of random shit that everyone on the internet or wherever is telling them is the best thing to do. But the key is to have a vision and to have goals that you're trying to accomplish, and then take what you can find from other people, like on the internet, apply it to your life so that you can get to that vision and goals faster, because that's more important. That's way more important than everybody else telling you, all these different health hacks and productivity hacks that you should be doing every day, because what you want out of life isn't going to be the same as everyone else. Most likely, if you've taken time to really think about what you want and what you want your ideal day to look like, it's not going to be the same as everybody else's. Now, it might be similar, and so you can take pieces from other people, and there's a similarity to it. But if you just copy what everyone else is doing, then essentially you're not heading on your own path. You're not working towards your own destination. You're following exactly what they're doing. And so that's why a lot of times you may find yourself doing 10 different habits or tasks during a day, and this person is telling you this is supposed to make you happier and this is supposed to improve your life, but you feel like it's not, and you're like, well, what the heck, this is supposed to be making me feel better. The reason why is because you are following their program. Once again, it's not creating your own path. You have to have your vision, your own vision for what you want, and then you pull pieces in that help you get there faster. I want to reiterate that the people who are telling you to do all these different things, it's not that it's bad, right? It's not that you should just ignore people and not get external information and external experiences from people. I think that's great. I mean, that's what I'm doing with this channel. But even when what I'm saying, you have to take it and apply it through your own lens and see if it fits into your own life. There is no one way to go about life. There's no one way to go about developing and improving as a person. So take the different pieces from anyone that you feel like you want to, and then make sure that you have a direction you're headed in, and that those pieces help you get to that direction faster. Like, for example, I don't do cold showers. Everybody says cold showers are so great and they're so beneficial. But for me, I like taking warm showers, and I don't really see the benefit in doing cold showers right now. I mean, I might in the future, but right now I don't see the benefit in that. There's a lot of people who have 2 to 3 hour morning routines. For me right now in the building phase, I'm not trying to spend that much time before actually getting to work and getting something done. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your free time, but if you have a vision that you're working towards, you have to hold yourself accountable to your vision. And that's been a lot easier for me to do the less I do. I think that's kind of the main point I'm trying to make here is the less you do, the less time you spend on trivial things and the more time you spend on the things that will get you to accomplishing your goals, the quicker you're going to make progress. Because like I said, I was making progress. I was learning a lot and I was improving in different areas, but I wasn't making progress in the direction that I wanted to as quickly as I wanted to. That's the key, as quickly as I wanted to. I wasn't making progress in that direction because I didn't even have a direction. I didn't even have a vision. So yeah, just watch out for that trap on your journey, because that's something I fell into, was just kind of doing things because people that you looked up to or people who are supposed experts are saying to do it. Look into what they're talking about. Don't discredit, but apply it through the lens of, is this going to be compatible with my vision? And is it going to move me there faster? If not, then discard it, because you've only got a limited amount of brain space and like willpower every day to just like focus on even like little tasks. So if you find yourself low on willpower, low on focus, start thinking about what you can eliminate, what is essential and what isn't. So that's really it for today. That's all I want to say. Hopefully that can help you in some way. And if you're interested in more of this content, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.